I don't know about you, but spring gets me all excited and ready to completely revolutionize and straighten up my life. At the time of this recording, it is springtime here in Arkansas, which means the daffodils are blooming, trees are starting to bud, the red buds are in full glory, there's little green shoots popping up everywhere showing their faces. So today I thought it would be totally fitting to talk about 3 ways we can refresh and reset our lives and businesses using AI. Just like we spring clean our homes, we have to declutter our minds, schedules, and our business tasks. And we can do this with ChatGPT as our assistant. So I'm so excited to cover all of this because I really feel like this is going to revolutionize how easy it is for us to take all the clutter, overwhelming things we've been putting off over the winter and simplify them into actionable, organized tasks that actually get done. So, are you ready? Let's dive in. Welcome to AI for Mompreneurs. This podcast is for moms who are tired of doing everything the hard way. You're running a business, managing a home, caring for your children, and making a million decisions daily. Exhausted, overwhelmed, burned out, and out of time. Another planner won't fix it. More productivity hacks won't either. I know because I've been there. I'm Samantha Welch, a wife, a mom to 3 daughters, homeschooling my girls and my niece, running multiple businesses, and managing my 40-acre farm. I've burned myself out more times than I can count trying to do it all with excellence. The game changer, AI. When I learned how to use AI as my personal assistant, everything shifted. I finally had systems that worked, clarity in my business, and more time for what actually matters. Now I'm here to help you do the same. Learn how AI can take the mental load off your plate so you can focus on what truly matters most. No tech jargon or complicated setups here. Just AI that works for mamas just like us. Are you ready? Let's dive in. I am so excited to talk about this because I love a good cleanup. I love a good organization, and I love putting systems into place and reevaluating what I did last year, what didn't work, what I would like to do differently this year. And for me, I am definitely not a wintertime gal, so springtime is kind of like my reset where I'm kind of coming back and I'm like, okay, I've got to get out of hibernation. I've got to get things straightened up. So the first thing we're going to talk about, which I think is essential to spring cleaning, is decluttering our minds. So research shows that mental clutter leads to decision fatigue and stress. The average person makes over 35,000 decisions per day, and a cluttered mind makes those decisions even harder. So, how can your AI assistant help? And whenever we're talking about AI, we are talking about ChatGPT here. So the first thing you can do is do a full brain dump. So open ChatGPT and push the voice record button. If you're a talker, if you're not a talker, type this out. But just brain dump everything on your mind. Like literally everything. And if you need to, keep this brain dump just going. In other words, don't click the enter button, just keep it going throughout a day as you think about things. Brain dump everything. List out all of your to-dos, everything you want to get done, all the business tasks that come to mind, business tasks that you are needing better systems for, business tasks that need to be done, business tasks that you would like to do. List out home concerns. What things are going well? What would you like to have happen better? Any lingering ideas? So if you have like a new idea that you want to explore or old ideas that you want to make better. Also anything that's troubling you or exciting you. Literally, if it comes to mind, brain dump it. Just brain dump the entire thing. I actually do this daily. So I have a running journal, you might say, where daily in the morning as I am starting to get ready, I just do a full out brain dump. I do this in the morning because that's when my brain is like fully turned on and my thoughts are just going a million miles a minute. And so I do this full brain dump where I just kind of like think about what happened yesterday and what I'd like to do better and what I'd like to do today. And then any other like plans, dreams, goals, I just do a full brain dump in the morning just to get all of that out of my brain so that I can kind of start fresh, you might say. The next step, though, after you've done your brain dumping, is to ask your assistant to categorize and prioritize everything you just brain dumped into manageable sections. Use kind of like a prompt or instructions and tell it to sort things into what is actually urgent, what's important but not urgent, and what could be delegated, and what is not really even worth my time. And it will break it down beautifully for you. So an example prompt for this might be, here's everything on my mind right now. Then you just do your entire brain dump. Like you can copy and paste it, or you can just do it right there into ChatGPT. Can you help me organize this into urgent tasks, important but not urgent, and things I can delegate or delay? And then, like I said, I do this every single morning because I'm always waking up with new ideas and new things that I want to do. And so it kind of helps me just be like, oh yeah, I don't really need to do that. Or actually, that's really important. I need to get that done. Or what I have loved is within ChatGPT, you can actually have it do a recap for you every single week, where it will just send you a notification and you have a recap. And it will flag things that I need to revisit. So when I'm doing my brain dump, the last thing I want to do is to hash out the ideas, because I'm doing a brain dump so I can clear my brain so I can be able to go and do the next thing that I need to do. And so on Mondays, it will send like a little reminder and a recap, and it will go back to the flagged items so that I can actually revisit them and be like, oh yeah, I really need to deal with that, or that's not really, like, I have since moved on from that idea. It's really pretty awesome, and it has been like an amazing way for me to feel like I get all my ideas out, but I'm not losing anything. Okay, so the next thing that we can do to spring clean is refreshing our business systems. Digital clutter equals mental clutter. Studies have shown, because you guys know I like to nerd out on studies, studies have shown that a messy digital space can lower productivity up to 30%. And listen, I know I am so guilty of this. Even though I literally am an organized freak in some things, I have a lot of digital clutter. Like I have a lot of files spread out. I have emails that I need to go through. I have templates here, templates there. It all just piles up, making work so much harder because you know you had a template for that and you have no idea where it is. How I have AI help me with this is I have AI do things like summarize emails. So if I have a bunch of emails that I need to read and respond to, but I just do not have time to do that, I will actually just copy and paste them into ChatGPT and ask for a summary of the key action points. And like, it is so amazing because it will summarize the email, and then I can even ask it like, is this worth the time? Because a lot of times these emails are like podcast pitches or other things where people are asking me to be part of something. And so I'm able to put that email in there and say, based on like what my goals are, is this something that even aligns? And it will summarize the email for me and then tell me, no, this doesn't align well with your business, or yes, this aligns well. And that helps me get through so many emails without having to actually sit down, read the email and think, is this something I want to pursue? Is this not? It just frees up my mind. Another thing that it can do is creating a folder structure. So if your files are all over the place, like some in Google Drive, some in Canva, in random email attachments, you can actually have AI suggest a structured folder system to help you get organized, which is pretty awesome. And then a big thing is just drafting like response templates. So if you find that you are constantly going back and writing and answering the same questions, then have your assistant write you up templates so that it can stay simple, so you're not having to constantly revisit and have the mental clutter of re-answering those same questions. Or even more fun is you can actually do a frequently asked question page on your website and ask your assistant to tell you what is the pattern of questions that I keep getting asked, because if you're using it to help you answer those questions, it can then take those questions, create for you a frequently asked question and answer layout. You can put that on your website, and then every time someone sends you questions, you can just direct them back to that page. That would save so much time and so much mental clutter. So an example prompt of this is you could say, can you help me design a detailed, easy to navigate folder structure in Google Drive that covers 3 main areas of my life: business, home, and personal. I want something that makes it easy to find what I need, stay consistent, and reduce digital clutter. In my business, I have things like client work, marketing content, and finances. At home, I'm managing homeschool, home projects, and family paperwork. And for personal, I want to organize health records, creative writing, and personal development. And obviously, insert here, you can change these categories based on you personally. Let me know if you need any more content to help you break this down even better. Even doing these things here can make such a huge difference. If your digital space is overwhelming, let AI help you clean it up, and it will help you so much with your productivity. The third way to spring clean with AI is resetting your home and routines. Here's something crazy, because y'all know I'm nerding, so I'm going to nerd out again with statistics. Studies show that an organized home reduces cortisol, which is that stress hormone, by 40%. So if you want to be less stressed, have an organized and clean home. When our environment is chaotic, it increases mental fatigue, making being at home, taking care of your business, and all your other stuff so much harder. So here's how AI can help you around the house. Yes, it actually can. The first thing is creating a rotating cleaning schedule. So I don't like spending hours deep cleaning all at once. That's overwhelming to me. It will just make it to where I just can't even start. So instead, I asked my assistant to create a simple rotating schedule that spreads tasks over a few weeks, and then I give the tasks that I have to get done. And it will create this amazing schedule so that each week I'm actually just covering one area, and it's not something to where it's like, oh my gosh, I got to spring clean the entire house. And then I end up spending like one day completely overwhelmed because I don't even know where to start. And the rest of the time, and if you're anything like me, you understand this, I will just pick and choose deep cleaning things and then not even actually accomplish what I want to accomplish. So having that rotating cleaning schedule is absolutely key for me in order to not feel like I'm overwhelmed by all of it at once. Another thing which I love is generating meal plans and grocery lists. This takes me so long, or it did. But this is such a game changer if you are planning out your meals and you don't want to have to figure out what do you need to buy at the store based on what your meals are, or what meals should you plan based on the ingredients you have to use up. All you got to do is ask your assistant to generate a meal plan based on like what's already in your fridge, any dietary restrictions, or even just like, what are you in the mood for? Like, hey, I want this week to be Mexican and Italian, and here's what I have in my fridge, and here's what I have in my freezer, and here is some stuff that I need to use up. Give me a meal plan, and it will save so much time. And then after it gives you the meal plan, you can ask it to give you the full grocery list minus what you already said was in your home. Absolutely game changer. Saves so much time and so much energy just trying to figure that out. And then I have to add in something fun. AI can actually help you with fun spring activities because we can't always be all work. even though that is totally the way I am geared as a person. I am very much all work and no play, which is not healthy. And so AI can actually take someone like me who's not generally a fun planning person and can help me come up with activities that are fun. So we are about to finish off our school year with homeschooling, but I don't want to forsake learning. So this is where I can turn to my assistant and I can say, I want fun activities that are also educational that I can plan throughout the summer that'll keep my kids active learning, but it feels like play. So if your kids love being outside, AI can generate fun activities based on like what's available in your area. Like, what do you guys like to do? For example, if you want to just do like a full outside day, it can create a scavenger hunt based on like local plants in your area. So if you're going to go on a hike, you can be like, I'm going on a hike in this area. Create for me a scavenger hunt based on plants, trees, all the stuff that's in this area, and it will do that for you. Again, something that would take you hours to do and would make so much clutter that by the time you got through planning it, it wouldn't even be fun anymore. Unless this is like planning these kind of things is your jam, and then girl, go for it. But for me, it is not. By the time I got through planning it, I would be tired and not want to do it. So let's talk about an example prompt. And this goes more to like the cleaning scheduling that I talked about. You could say something like, I want to create a simple cleaning plan that spreads tasks over 4 weeks, making it easy for me to accomplish without getting overwhelmed. And then you list out your tasks. Say, can you create one, and ask any questions that you need to customize it for my home. I feel like these 3 things for me in my home is what can cause some of the most overwhelm. And so allowing AI to help me with these particular areas has made it to where I actually have the mental energy, the capacity to do other things within my home that I actually love to do. So if some of these things are actually fun to you, then switch them out for something that's not fun for you and ask your AI assistant, how can you help me in this area? Okay, so I hope that was super helpful. Remember, spring cleaning doesn't have to be overwhelming. And with ChatGPT as your assistant, you can get organized in minutes instead of spending hours or days trying to figure out everything on your own. So quick action steps to start spring cleaning today is choose one of these 3 areas to focus on this week. Don't try to do all of this at once. Focus on one of these areas. Your mental load is super overwhelming if you're just swimming in ideas and you need to get stuff out and organize. Start with a brain dump. If that's not really what's going on, but your digital space is an absolute mess and you have like 300 unread emails or more, then go ahead and start with your digital space. Or if you're just like, I've got to get my home together so I can focus on the mental load in digital space, then let AI help you with your cleaning and meal plans and any other just fun activities. But I definitely encourage you, pick one of these things, start fresh this week, and see the difference. Okay, guys, until next time, happy spring cleaning. That's it for today's episode. I hope you learned something new or had a breakthrough. If you loved this episode, take a second to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It lets me know you're enjoying this content and helps more moms find it. And if you know another mama who's struggling with overwhelm and burnout, share this with her. Let's spread the word that AI isn't just for corporate executives or tech nerds, it's for moms like us. Until next time, go make AI work for you.